You know, maybe it was just a fluke.
Since it's us,
Yeah.
let's get maps, and I wanna be on the floor, so you can get something for your knees, of course, all that stuff. Angie, why don't you grab a couple of yoga blocks? Yeah,
I need some too.
No, I got some, thank you. I know we've been doing a little more lately, because I can feel, I was going, oh, where did that come from? Yeah. Okay, my little cactuses are definitely different. This one actually needs more water, which is kind of weird to me, because I never,
Yeah, this is kind of like because it's kind of red
yeah,
and not as big as that one. And it always kind of looks that way, kind of.
yeah,
I know,
it looks
I'm
kind
like-
of sad.
I'm like, are they bruised? Are they
I know.
wilty? Are they?
Well, yesterday they looked very guilty. I was like, I watered it last night, and it's definitely happier than yesterday. Like, so.
Mine look like that a lot of the time, and then I was finally, after I'm coming in, yeah.
I know, right?
Done.
All the toys. Yeah. I like not having shoes on, especially in this class, because I like getting to move my ankles. And the shoes just hinder me movement. I remember why I don't take really late showers, because then I'm like too awake for a while. I don't know. That and my hair was wet when I went to bed, so it's got its thing going on today. All right, so one more. I'm just gonna do cat cow from here. So when you arch up, think about your navel, pulling up to your spine and tucking your toes. Just warming up the back muscles a little bit. Last one. I'm gonna pull the blocks out just a little bit. So my knees are in alignment. I'm not doing a true child's pose. I want to think, stretch my hips back to my heels and come back. And again, pull your navel up. And do a little more. Move on to the kneeling position. We'll put this forward. I like having the blocks handy, so if my hips and everything are not prepared to go where I want it to go, at least I have a higher floor. 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Tuck your toes to start with, finding that stretch on the right foot. Maybe a little quad. Yep. And take the other foot out a little further. And we're just shifting the hips forward. A little more stretch on that right hip flexor. And bring it back. I'm going to take the left foot to the outside edge of the mat. So we're back up 90 degrees. Tap your touch. And then take your foot up to the top corner. I want to lean into this a little bit because it's not just my right hip flexion. I'm looking force into the groin, into that left hip. I'm going to turn my one block over so it lowers me, right? And I'm going to start with the rotation. I know. And then I'm going to put the hand on the floor and keep that same rotation. Going back to a kneeling position. Just come straight up, leave the foot where it's at, and send your hips towards that left knee. And all the stuff, right? Just like, oh my gosh. And come back, switching legs. So I went to a mobility class not too long ago. And obviously the lady teaching thought we were all like 25. You know, exactly. And it was an earlier morning one, and I'm like, do you know anyone like over 40 that can just hop out of bed and go, yeah, I'm like, yeah, you're not, like warm stuff up a little bit. I go forward, stay upright, and just open up that left hip flexor. I'm like, you're gonna ease into some of this stuff, you can just go, okay, was she 25? She was younger, yeah. I mean, most people are going to a mobility class because they're not very mobile. You know what I mean? I mean, like, there's a reason we go to classes.
That's right.
And bring it back. Keep it put to the outside. Again, we're starting at 90 degrees. And just pelvic tilt. Take the foot out. And we're going to lean into this one. Yeah, my triceps, all kinds of stuff. It's sore.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm glad that we worked them. It makes me happy that we're making progress, but at the same time, I'm like, geez. And we're gonna flip the one block, so we go a little lower. Start the rotation, shoulders are back and down. And again, I'm just letting my body go forward. Go to the ground. And trying to take that shoulder and stack it over the body. And again, just leaning into it. We're going to come to leave the foot where it's at. We're just going to come to the upright position and tuck our tush in. Because it changes, it feels like. 4, 3, 2, we're going to come all the way up, walk around for a second. But you can feel, yeah, the things get back in alignment. It's funny, we might stretch forward back, but when I go side to side, it's when I feel it most.
Still.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. So we're going back to that shell pose. Pull your abs back in. And back. And forward. You should feel like you can move your hips a little better right now. And just for the little baby stretches we were doing. When your navel up and in, check your back. Make sure you try to go to the extreme end, like really stretch it out. And then over the top of the blocks. Stretch back, back, back. Over the blocks. We're gonna do one more. Nice. I'm giving myself an easy platform. I want to think about like pull and set it. Because there's a spot that you have to kind of go. Do you have a stretch in your left hip?
Not horrible, no. I mean, if I went forward a little more.
So keep that on, yeah. Because what I feel is up in here.
Actually, yeah, I did.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's a weird, it's not, it actually is a stretch.
It is a stretch, yeah.
Use your abs to move the leg. Pick it up and sit it down. We're gonna go back to this left leg again, right? Pick it up, sit it down. Was that a little easier to get into? Less of a stretch now? Yes, perfect. Let it hang out here. And take it back, let it reset. Use your abs again, pick up the leg, go slower, and set the foot. We're gonna move the blocks, hands on the floor. So it should have increased the stretch a bit. Keep back in your hips just a little bit. Can you feel more into your hamstring now? Yes. Perfect. And move the leg back. And we're going to put the blocks back. We're going to the other side. Again, I have to maintain my abs, don't move my leg. Once the leg gets there, I kick back in my hips just a little bit, and then I can find that stretchy leg. It's kind of like on the inner thigh. It's a weird, to me, it's a weird feel. I like doing them multiple times back to back, so each time should get less. All right, squeeze your abs, pick up the leg, sit it back. Rest the hip. Tighten your abs, pick up the leg, set it there. I feel like I can move my right leg better than my left leg. It feels more controlled, not blocking it down. Yeah. And get the leg. Put back. And we go one more time. Up. Set into it. And then move the blocks. Goodness, my goodness. Yeah. Now see if I can do it just a little more. And take the leg back. And we're going to stand up again. Oh my gosh. There's something about, for me, doing all of that and then coming up and like resetting my hips. It makes it, first of all, feel that, I don't know about you, but I always feel stiff when I first get up from the stretch and everything on foot. And then when I get to the next one, it's not nearly as rough. That was one of the things when I went to this class, she was like going tick, 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 tick. And I was like going, I can't make it yet.
Yeah.
So I really try to take my time through this. All right, so that gave me a break off my knees on the legs. Even though that was extra padded.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the knees wider. And again, feel free to use the blocks. So I don't want my toes touching, so my legs are on the edge of the mat. Go ahead and put your toes under. And we're going to sit back. This is where we're starting. You sit back. So I've created a space for my backside. When I go back, I can feel my toes and the arch of my feet stretching. Flat your feet. I'm going to take the blocks a little more forward now, because they're kind of my counterbalance. So go to forearms, I'm going to take the hips back and bring them forward. Rock them back and bring them forward. And it's a different stretch on the hips. Breathe the navel up. And do one more. We're holding this one. Lengthen out your arms and drop your armpits towards the floor. Oh, big stretch. You should feel all kinds of stuff stretching up right now. Good. And up, toes come toward each other, which should release your hips a little bit. We're going to rock back again. And again, because of our foot position, it changes what it feels like. Again, we go to forearms. One more hold. Drop the armpits. Relax the back. And move up and stand it all the way up. Off the knees, grab the drink. Ooh, good rush. Ooh. And that's, I mean, we've been working 20 minutes, right? And that's fast. Yeah, so basically, from here to here is what we've been working. I'm gonna kick it up. Because we haven't stretched hamstrings per se. Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. So because we've had feet pointed and flexed, extended, flexed, ankles are a little stretched, but I'm sure they're not all the way there yet. I'm gonna put a mat or a pad underneath one of my heels in the back. So I'm gonna be in a straight position. Toes are forward. So once I'm there, go ahead and tuck. You should feel your hip flexor again, even though we've stretched it a bit. This is a little sharp. Go ahead and soften your front knee just to get over to the blocks. Flatten your backs. We're going to straighten your right knee and then bend. Straighten and bend. We enable up. Can you feel, when you straighten your right leg, the back of your left hip? And
A little
it's the back of your hip more
Yeah.
back.
bit, just a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel hamstrings as well, but I'm trying to multitask. I'm gonna go back and hold. I'm gonna move my right block just a little bit closer to me, so I can have a little more down pressure. I'm gonna flip the left block so it's a little lower. I wanna think on the block and release. On the block, I'll let you go straight. Pull your abs in, check the back. And touch the block. And touch the block. Can you touch the block and hold? And feel okay with the stretch? Or is it a big stretch?
It's a good stretch.
Okay, leave it. Try to push your hips back and really relax them. I'm using a lot of arm here to stretch. 4, 3, 2, bend both knees and roll up. And you might want to move for a second. Yeah. Because what I feel when I stand up is.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I'm going to walk the back and then the leg. It amazes me how tight, because I stretch every single day.
Yeah.
And I think, this should be getting loose.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, I have to loosen it up somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And I can't imagine not stretching.
Right, you know.
You're living
I would
way
be
more
like
than
me.
108 years old, physically, right? Right. So, in that front knee, make sure you have a good, nice stride, toes are 12 o'clock. Is this, go ahead and straighten and bend. Is your left hamstring tighter than your right? Or is it about the
I
same?
think you're right, like I feel my right foot.
Wow.
Yeah.
So think about your belly button, pull it up to your squat the whole time. Like I said, we're just shifting.
I feel that nervy stretch, yeah,
Yeah.
but I still feel it.
All right, we're gonna turn the right block. And again, make sure that left block's where you have good down. Just,
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I know. 4, 3, 2, bend both knees. And walk it out. Oh my gosh.
That's this leg. This is-
What I like about the stretches we're doing, so I work a lot of the back chains, what's called the body. Not that the front chain doesn't mean we open up, but I feel like you do a lot of openers in other classes, and this just feels amazing. And of course, I always like opening up the hip flexors. All right, so I want to start on the inner thigh. I'm going to turn my mat because I still want to be in this position. Because I want to put my foot out to the side. And these are definitely stacked. So once we're there, right, I kind of set up our little playground. So we'll put that foot out to the side, and now on the inside edge. And so I'm not wanting my hips to go back yet. Just want to go figure out where my comfort is. Right? Depending on where you're at hip-wise. And I'm trying to line up the blocks with my pads because I have a tendency to go over to the opposite direction, and I really don't want that. And then I'm going to sit back and come forward. And I'm trying to think about that right foot relaxing and letting the top of my foot stretch as well. So I'm a little timid when I go into this.
Yeah.
To one stretch. Yeah. Well, one more. We'll switch sides.
Yeah.
Inside edge of your right foot, and then come back. Leaning, protect your back, hold. And come back in, okay, just come to a different position. Because when you come up, you can feel the difference in your hips again. That, and your brain's going, woo, get fresh. And yes, I think this class goes really fast, because we're already 30 minutes in. I'm like, but there's so, I mean, like, you could just do hips for an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so I'm going to use more floor so I can counterbalance. With the blocks, I feel okay going forward and back, but when I really want to start getting to the stretches, I really come down into it. Sometimes if you put your hands towards the back, you can sit into it better. It's a safety thing for me. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to fall back and walk forward. We're gonna do it again. Come back. Oh, my goodness. And come forward. We're gonna switch legs. So again, find your comfort. Because one of my feet stretched really well, and then the other one said, no, not so much. And come forward. Oh, energy. Woo. Yeah, some of those girls are like, oh, I feel so amazing. And I'm getting that point. I can move, like, I know I can move, but I feel stuff. Like,
Sore.
yeah,
I'm
it's
sore all the time.
right, exactly. And I don't know if it's because we're getting like arthritis type stuff going on.
That's what I think.
And, you know, there's certain things in our body we can't help.
Right.
That would be one of them.
Right.
Right? I'm gonna take them a little further apart. Actually, I'm gonna move them on the front edge of the mat. Because I want a little padding for the top of my feet. So we're going back to that frog pose where the legs are straight back. going to just kick back and start here. Can you feel the top of your feet stretch?
Good.
Bring your toes towards each other and sit back again. And again, it changes what it feels like. With this one, I can go lower. With that frog pose, not so much. Nice. All right, so we're going to shift just a little bit. I'm trying to decide what's easiest. I think I'll look at this way so you can see easier. So I'm putting my body in this position, but I'm taking my right leg quarter turn out. And I want to think about keeping that knee out. Do you have a stretch? Yeah. Perfect. And again, I'm going to have that block handy just in case. I'm going to take that right foot, step out, and then lean into it. Keeping that right knee really pushed 90 degrees, right? And my shoulders getting squared up to the wall in front of us. And then I push my boundary just a little bit, but it's not going very far. 4, 3, and 2. Come back to switching sides. And again, quarter turn with that left. You're trying to keep the shoulders squared up here, and then I lean into that left knee. And this side says, maybe not. This is my left inner thigh. So try not to lean. Yeah. With my arms shaking, trying to keep my leg back.
Yeah.
I'm like going, come on. And come up with those things. Yeah.
You've been working.
Huh?
You feel like you've been working.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's nothing cracking and popping. Would you like that?
Yeah.
It feels like I have better range of motion and more lubrication in the hips.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Yeah, we'll just go down, hands and knees. I'm on the front part of the mat. Everything's centered. I want to take my left knee over. And I'm just going to rock back. Yep, that will be the one. I'm just going to say,
What do you think you had a present?
yeah, you can feel your right leg.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Right lower back. A little bit, not bad right now.
A little bit.
And you know, we're gonna switch, bring that left leg out, right leg crosses over. And again, I'm just rolling back onto those hips. Maybe, there it is. Try and relax, release your hips. If you squeeze them, they're not gonna stretch. I feel my left outer thigh on this one. And come all the way back out, as well as get up. How you feel? Like you've been doing stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and stop there.
Okay.
But yeah, things should feel like you
Yeah, no,
can, without that,
my. This side is always so low. Always so.
is that the side you sleep on by chance?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I used to always sleep on my back, and now I sleep on my side. And yes, that's my go-to side.